Welcome all my home shoppers out there. My name is Omar Pineda, your Austin realtor with eXp Realty, and today we are in Liberty Hill, Texas, in a community called Lariat, and we're checking out the builder Perry Homes. Now, this community is brand new. They're going to be building out here for the next couple years. You can kind of see that in the background there. Let me rewind a second. So there in the top right corner where you see all that dirt being moved, those are future home sites. There's multiple phases in this community that they're going to be building out in the years to come, and there's 5 different builders here. So you have plenty of options, plenty of choices. Let's check it out. Now, oh man, coming here, I was here in January this year, and I'm recording this in May 2024. So in the span of 5 months, I've seen just tremendous changes of how many homes have popped up and how much leveling off and moving that dirt has happened since in the span of 5 months. So why is that important? Because construction is happening very quickly, and they are building inventory like crazy in Liberty Hill. Now, this floor plan is called 2399W. With Perry Homes, a lot of the floor plan names is directly with what the square footage is. But this particular floor plan, even though it should be 2399, is a little bit bigger. It's 2,618 square feet, almost 300 square feet more. Now, what I really like about this floor plan is it has the primary bedroom, and this is the home office on the first floor. And I just love how the flooring transitions, and it's all that wooden kind of planking flooring. Now, this is a 4-bed, 3.5 bath, 2-story, 2-car garage, and it's being offered at $474,900. Now, that's from a price drop of $519,900. So what is that? $20,070. That's almost $45,000 price drop. That's incredible. Now, that when you tie in the builders and financial incentives, then we can really get you to a very comfortable monthly payment. Now, again, we're about to enter the primary bedroom. Now, I love floor plans that have the primary bedroom and a home office on the first floor because I feel that's what a lot of people want. And to take it a step above that, if you have the primary, a secondary bedroom for guests, and a home office on the first floor, I've seen that be a trend that most people want, and having the rest of the bedrooms on the second floor, which is what you'll see here. On the second floor, you have the additional bedrooms on top of like a game room space. So this has a fantastic floor plan. If you work from home, if you have kids, and you want that separation between the floors, so you have that space, this floor plan would be very ideal. And one thing about Perry Homes, which is why I think it puts them kind of on the top when it comes to the rest of the builders, is that the warranty that they offer. Now, most builders offer a 1, 2, and 10-year warranty. That 1 year, though, is what I really want to talk about. So most builders offer a 1-year warranty when it comes to the workmanship of the home. So if you've ever seen like a blue tape kind of walkthrough where you're just pointing out maybe there's a smudge of paint or just all the little discrepancies, all the little things like that need touch-ups of the home, Perry will do that for an additional year. That's huge for them to do an additional year, 2 years to fix all the workmanship and all the touch-ups. That is a Perry difference. And this community with Perry Homes is probably one of the very few communities where you can find a Perry home under $400,000. Now, Perry Homes, they definitely fetch a higher price point because of their warranty, their craftsmanship, their workmanship, the building materials they use, and just their overall process. It's really, from what I've seen, like the top rated. The customer service is top notch, and I just really like the fact that they stand by their product, which is why they're confident in giving you an additional year for them to do all the touch-ups, because they feel confident that they're building it right the first time. And they are giving you that kind of peace of mind to give you that additional year, which is huge. Having an additional year is huge when it comes to the warranty. So here is this game room kind of upstairs setup, which is very spacious. There's only an additional, let me check the floor plan here, two more bedrooms. Yeah, 2 more bedrooms up here with the game room. And they share a bath. So some of these incentives are not for the whole community. They're for select inventory homes. And a part of unlocking these incentives is you have to qualify and get pre-approved with their lender. Now, some builders have their own in-house lender, but Perry Homes has a lender, but it's not under like the Perry Home umbrella. It's an independent lender, but they work exclusively for Perry Homes. So one thing that I noticed when I was attending like a presentation for the builder's lender was just how much Perry Homes is very selective on who they partner with, because they really want to make sure the whole user experience from start to finish, no matter who you're speaking to, has that high level of customer service and care. With Perry Homes, that's the kind of experience you will get, is high level customer service and customer care on top of getting a very well built home. So getting pre-qualified, getting pre-approved with the builder's lender, and it's for select inventory homes. They're typically for homes that are move-in ready. So you have to be willing to close in the next 30 to 60 days. And these incentives can be gone here one day and gone the next, because Perry Homes, they kind of all pull from the same funds. And Perry Homes is building all over the Austin area. Right. So all the communities that they're in, they all kind of tap from the same funds. So if you are a home buyer and looking to buy this year and you have a timeline of like 60 days or less, then you're in a good window to buy a home so you can unlock these incentives. Right. But if you want a to be built, you don't have to wait until you're ready. And if you can get pre-approved now, you can definitely sign the contract and get those incentives, because we don't know what these incentives will look like 6 months from now or next year. I know the incentives last year were a little bit better than this year, because the incentives are directly tied with the level of demand when it comes to these homes. And now that interest rates are where they're at, and people are starting to get a little bit more comfortable, like, hey, these interest rates aren't going to drop like they did for the pandemic. Now I'm starting to see more buyers come out. Now, hold on that note, I really want to talk about this. So Perry Homes in this community, they're building 40-foot lots, 45s, 50, and 60-foot lots. Now, what they're currently offering is just the 40 and 45s. They will be building the 50s and 60s this fall of this year. So that's something to keep an eye out. And I definitely will be doing content on that once they do the grand opening for those models. And here, check out this amenity center. This is their brand new amenity center. This wasn't even here when I came back in January. So between January and May, 5 months, look how quickly they were able to finish all the major components with their amenity center. These are all resort style amenities, right? With the pool, I'm sure they're going to have, I see a little bit of AstroTurf. They'll probably do some sports courts there. And you could just see with the different layers for the terrace, how much future kind of like sun, I can picture that being like a nice sunbathing spot. I'm curious to see what it's going to look like when it's all said and done, but an amazing amenity center. And we'll see here in a second that it's super close to the fishing pond. It's a catch and release fishing pond. You can already see that they already installed the dock. So I love when they have those kind of amenities super close to each other. That went really fast. We didn't get a chance to see it. Let's see. Here we go. Here's a good visual. There's that fishing pond, and here's the amenity center. Walking distance. I've been in communities where the fishing pond was like on the opposite end of where the pool was, and it's just a little bit inconvenience depending on your preference. So I really like this, and you can kind of see the dirt in the background there. That's a hill. So imagine being on the ground floor. You have the amenity center. You're at the pool. You could see the fishing pond, and then you could see that hill country. This is hill country. It's hard to see with when you're up in the air with the drone, but this is all hill country, so it's very, very picturesque, very beautiful. I mean, people who move to Liberty Hill come for that very slower pace style of living, right? Because you're away from the city, you are more than likely wanting to raise a family, because Liberty Hill and Leander are very well known for its highly rated schools. So that's another fantastic thing about this community, is that you will be in the Liberty School ISD district. But here's a huge pro. This community, they're pulling their water from the city of Georgetown. which is a big deal because Liberty Hill and Georgetown, even though they're neighboring cities, they both have their different water issues. So in Georgetown, because they have a little bit more water, they don't have to conserve as much as they do in Liberty Hill. Now, that's just something food for thought. The tax rate here is not too shabby, 2.5%, but we are in the mud. So it's going to be a little bit higher. So think 2.7, 2.8, roughly about. And the HOA is not too bad, $70 a month. So for everything you see, hey, let me pause here really quick so we can talk about this. Let me play it. So this is where we just exactly where this drone shot is exactly where that home was. So this is kind of like the general area where you would be living at if you got this home. So in the background here on the top right corner, you could just see how much dirt they're moving. Those are all future home sites. And I was able, and I will link in the description below, I was able to do like a general nice overview of this community and all the builders. I will link that in the description so you could really see, because that is just one part of how much dirt they're moving. There's a whole other side of where they have just as much dirt moved. So they are building like crazy. I cannot wait to come back in another 5 to 6 months to see how much they've grown. Because at this pace, what we see here will probably have some homes on it in the next 5 to 6 months. Because when I was here in January, a lot of these homes were not there. They are building, and that just shows a testament to their efficiency. And they probably have really good teams here that are in a nice groove because they are building very efficiently, and homes are popping up left and right. So this was Perry Homes. If you want to tour this home, or check out this floor plan, let's schedule a private viewing, and I'll have my information in the description. But maybe your timeline's a little bit longer. Maybe you're 60 days plus out from buying your first new construction home. Then let's schedule a discovery call. I'll have a consultation link in the description so we can have some face-to-face time. Let's talk a little bit about your buyer criteria. Let's see which community would be a good fit, because maybe this Lariat isn't the best fit because it's in Liberty Hill. Maybe you want to be a little bit closer to a major highway. Ooh, I'm glad I said that, because that's another big draw to this community. Let's see if I can rewind back here. Look at this lovely home office. I mean, come on. That's a lovely home office. Let me pause here a second because I really want to go back here to show you exactly this road that I want. So this road back here, so you can kind of see this road back here. That road will eventually reach the 183. So why is that important? So if you look on the map on how to get to this community, you'll see that you have to take Highway 29 and go north on the 214, and then you will reach Lariat, this community of Lariat. So it's not really close to any major highway, but in the big picture here on what they future planning, they do plan on building a road that will connect you to the 183 from this community. So that's from this community to the 183. That's huge, because 183 will take you all the way downtown if need be, and it's just a nice convenience added to this community. So that's something to look forward to if you buy into this community. You have the Georgetown Water. You're in the Liberty School District. Brand new homes. You have 5 builders to choose from. So we can find a floor plan at a price point that meets your needs. And one thing about this community, though, is that all the builders and all the models are all scattered. They're not side by side. And it would probably take you a full day to explore everything. And that would be exploring everything very quickly. Like, you really could spend a whole weekend just in this community, talking, like maybe doing 2 builders a day and checking out some of the floor plans that they have to offer. So I'll have my link in the description. Please reach out if you're looking to buy new construction. If you like all things new construction in the Austin area, then subscribe to the channel, because I specialize in new construction, and I'm constantly touring new builds, going to the grand openings, and just keeping a pulse on this new construction, because it is so big in Austin right now. And if you're a home buyer and you're looking to buy in 2024, 2025, and I would even go out on a limb and say 2026, new construction is probably going to be your best bet, because from what I've seen, no one can really compare to what just the incentives that these builders are offering to help with the interest rate, to help with the closing costs. No one can really touch them, and that's just the reality of it. But if you as the home buyer can benefit from that, because if the interest rates are where they're at, and as I'm recording this, I think they're in the around the sevens, high sixes. And you can get an interest rate that's 1 or 2, maybe even 3 percentage points lower than that, because that's what the builder is going to offer you to help buy that down. I mean, that's just a win-win. Brand new home, a great interest rate, that home warranty. I mean, these are all, I mean, that's like the best scenario you can have especially if you're a first-time home buyer and you don't want to have any major headaches, any major repairs from the get-go, because you have that home warranty. You know that you're going to a brand new house. Plus, the way things are kind of shifting, home insurance is going to be a big part of 2024 because it's getting more expensive. From last year, this year in the state of Texas, home insurance has gone up. And I know there's a huge difference between a new build and what they get quoted and a resale. I will be doing some future content with a home insurance person to talk about those differences for a future video. So subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out. Okay, I'm going to wrap things up for here. I appreciate you for watching. Again, my name is Omar Pineda, your Austin realtor with eXp Realty, and I'll catch you in the next one.